Hey guys, say good morning, Grand Rising. So I woke up today with a lot on my mind. I don't know what it is, but I have been receiving a lot of information these last couple of days, and I got a little bit of downtime to play around with. So as you see, the title is called Trauma Bonding. If you've never heard of it, you actually might be in it and you don't know. But that's okay because I am going to help you out with that. Alright, so trauma bonding. Basically, what it is an attachment bond that is created through a repeated abusive or traumatic childhood experience with the caregiver. This relationship pattern becomes internalized as learned behavior for attachment. We associate love with abuse, which is how we learn to relate to others and form relationships. You feel the only way that you can be loved is if you get abused. Some people become attached and codependent on their abuser. If you were abused or your partner was abused in any way, shape, or form, whether that be physically, mentally, emotionally, sexually, as a child, for being non-complacent to the adult, that left the child feeling abandoned and unworthy. So once you become attached to your abuser, you start learning and finding different ways how you can meet their needs and make them feel happy, and you start justifying a lot of things that they do. If you're in an abusive relationship, I apologize that you're going through it. I hope you get out of it, but you should really look at these signs. You start accepting the blame for the abuse. You're like, oh, he was just angry. It wasn't his fault. You know what I'm saying? It's okay. It was my fault. You know what I'm saying? I didn't shut the door, so it was all me. Or you start feeling like you deserve the abuse. I mean, yeah, he puts up with me, or yeah, he slaps me around, but he still loves me. Or yeah, he knocked my front teeth out, but he still pays my bills. You know, like no, you know, we're not gonna do that. You start justifying the abuse. You say he or she, you know, they had a terrible childhood. You know what I'm saying? Their parents didn't really love them like they should have, and I feel sorry for them. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's people, I've done it, you know what I'm saying? And I only speak on this topic, I'm only speaking on topics that I went through. I wouldn't tell you guys anything that I haven't gone through already myself. And then you start believing you can change the abuser. You get to the point where you're like, I mean, he did really good today, y'all. Today he washed the dishes for me today. You're like, what? Shouldn't he be doing that? Oh, today he bought me flowers today. You know, he cussed me out a little bit, but he still, you know, brought me flowers. You know what I'm saying? You think you can help change him by just loving and supporting him, but that's the thing about an abuser. They don't accept love and support the way that you do. I started to notice that within my own relationship. It came to a point where I was feeling like I was changing him. Every minute, second of the day, I would do things and I'd be like, yeah, all right, we getting somewhere. And then it would just fall right back. And I was just like, and it became a struggle. It started getting tiring, y'all. Like, I felt like I was literally trying to heal someone that wasn't trying to heal. I was losing myself, and I didn't like the feeling. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, you'll start excusing the abuse. You'll be around people, and he'll yell at you, or he'll tell you, get your ass in the car. Some, you know what I'm saying? Whatever type of abuse y'all have, or he'll smack you upside your head and like, go get in the car or something like that. And you just be like, he didn't mean to do that. I just put up with it. No. Like, we gotta start, men, we gotta stop blaming ourselves for why people are abusers. Like, yes, people have messed up childhoods, but as an adult, you have to step up and be like, I don't want this for my life. You know what I'm saying? You have to, everything that I talk about on these posts, you guys, we gotta start going back to our childhood traumas. childhood traumas is literally like the root of all problems, literally. Like, that's where everything starts. Um, yeah, you right about that. Sorry, I'm reading the comments. But, man, y'all, we gotta stop mistaking love for abuse. They're not the same thing at all. Like, they are two totally different things. You know what I'm saying? Real love doesn't hit hard. It's not fast. It's slow. It's steady. It grows. You know what I'm saying? You start building on something. You guys are learning each other deeper and deeper on deeper levels than just on the surface. Like trauma bonding, they'll start off being this loving person and they're fun and you just think that you met your soulmate and this, that, and the third, and then at the snap of a finger, you do one wrong thing and you start seeing a whole nother side of them. That's a problem. That's not it. We're gonna cut that right out. You know what I'm saying? I cannot believe I'm talking about this and I actually lived it. Like, I don't know, it's like really scary in a way. Or someone, people just meant you're abused and be wicked too. Oh, or some people just meant to abuse and be wicked. LL protestation. You're so funny. I'm not gonna play with you. But I know it's hard, y'all, and it's been really hard for me. That's why I thank the God every day that I went back to the Bible, you know what I'm saying? I accepted God back into my life. And not only that, but I have this truck driving. To be honest, if I didn't have truck driving, you guys, I would probably still be stuck in that situation. Because it was hard to break away. Like, I felt like he needed me. I felt like I needed to fix him. I couldn't move on until I accomplished my goal. My goal was to change this man and make him better. But that wasn't my place. And that's not something I was supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know a lot of abusers have a lot of coping mechanisms that they deal with. It's just, it's sad. It's like that you feel like you're never good enough, ever. And I'm tired of justifying a lot of people's stuff, you know what I'm saying? I had fear of abandonment. I don't know my dad, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't have a terrible childhood, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like my mom was just in and out of my life, but she was there constantly. So I'm not exactly sure where most of my trauma came from. I think it's really just being around him for a long period of time and taking on some of his ways. I want everyone to really focus on how to prevent yourself from getting in trauma bonding with someone who is emotionally abusive. Always take your time to get to know someone. Learn about their past, you know what I'm saying? Ask them questions. If you have to, go to the parents. Because I'm telling you, 9 times out of 10, you go to the parents, you're going to start to see the cycles. And that way you can, you know what I'm saying, prevent yourself from getting too deep. Be careful not to jump straight into the relationship. Just because it feels good and it's exciting and, you know what I'm saying, y'all always taking trips and y'all always doing new things. Yeah, that's nice and all, but, you know, eventually that stuff starts to fade and it starts to die. Always look for red flags as a sign. You know what I'm saying? Any signs, red flags. I swear there's always red flags. It don't matter what it's always some red flags. You can see if they're impatient, if they're controlling, you know what I'm saying, if they nitpick about things that you do. Those are red flags. Mine was, I always got gaslighted a lot. I didn't even notice it. That's the sad thing about it. Set boundaries, you guys. Set boundaries. If they can't achieve them, they can't respect them, cut them off. It's done. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing we need to talk about. There's nothing, we don't need to try to go forward because it's over. Make sure that you're hearing what they're saying. If they say something, don't take that lightly. If they say like, oh yeah, because, you know, I remember those days I got abused, but, you know, I'm over that now. No, we ain't gonna slide past you. You gonna be like, huh, what would you say? What? I'm sorry. Want to repeat that one more time? What happened? Oh, okay. Well, okay. Like, don't take anything light. You don't want to hear, you don't want to get so far into a relationship that you start hearing, you know what I'm saying, hidden truths, and then they start making up excuses for them. You don't want to deal with that. Oh my gosh, the biggest red flag. If they tell you every single person they dated is crazy, or every single person they dated, you know what I'm saying, messed up their relationship, yeah, that's a huge red flag. Huge red flag. Because you always want to question yourself, like, all right, well, what did you do in a relationship to cause it? You know what I'm saying? What did you do to make it, you know what I'm saying, go downhill? It couldn't just been that person, you know what I'm saying? If they want to feel like the victim. And always remember, if something seems too good to be true, 9 times out of 10, it's probably too good to be true. We got to stop confusing trauma bonding with real love. It will blind you. I've been blind for a while, and I didn't like it at all. I had to jump through hoops, y'all. I had to do things that I didn't want to do, and I had to just suppress all my emotions. I couldn't talk about anything. I couldn't really, you know what I'm saying, be my real self. I had to pretend to be something that I wasn't, and I didn't like it. So I just wanted to leave you guys off with that note. I will be talking more on this topic once I get to my truck. I'm finna go grab some food right now, and we will speak more on this situation. It feels good to let this off, you guys. You guys have no idea how huge of a blessing this is. I'm healing, you guys, and it's hard. It's definitely hard. It's just every ounce in me wants to just call and be like, do you need any help? Are you okay? And it's like, no, we're not doing that. You're going to stand your ground. You're going to continue your boundaries, and you're going to continue to grow. Because at the end of the day, that's not what God wants for you. You don't need to live in that dysfunctional pattern. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to seek. You shouldn't be seeking anything from anyone. No approval, no nothing. If you're good enough, you're good enough. And God will send you someone that is good enough. So, love you guys. Like I said, we'll talk more on this topic when I come back.